Happy Tuesday, everyone. This is another edition of Tuesday Morning Shenanigans, and we are inside Maui Comics and Collectibles. I am Aaron of the Rave Corner, and to my right is Swan, the War Chief of Encounters of the Nerdkind.
I'm watching you, Travis. You think you're watching me, but I'm actually watching you. I see you there.
Good instinct.
Get your hand out of there. You're not supposed to be doing that.
Okay, so today's topic. Well, since it is today is actually the 5th of July, therefore we thought it would be, well, appropriate if we talked about the new Independence Day, which is called Independence Day Resurgence. And basically, I'm not sure about you, Swan, but as far as my lasting impression of the film, it's somewhere in the middle yet again. I mean, it's not terrible, yet it's not that good either.
Well, first off, product placement.
Two,
it's one of those movies that's it's not too great, not too bad. It's one of those things where you can go and like, I can watch it again.
mm-hmm.
But it's not one of those things where it's like, oh my god, guys, this is better than Empire Strikes Back of sequels. I mean, this is the top of the line, and it's not one of those things where like, oh, it's Howard the Duck. For those who don't get that reference, watch Howard the Duck and you'll understand.
Yeah,
why
look it up.
Yeah,
please do. So, basically, yeah, that's kind of the feel of this entire film.
Well, how many stars do you give it? I'll give it 2 stars.
You give it 2?
I give it a 2.
Oh wow, that's
out
of 5. Actually 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair.
Oh yeah,
that's
if we're going,
fair thing.
Yeah, if we're going on a scale out of 5, I would make it a 2.5.
2.5. Okay.
Yes.
I would just give it the full 2 because it gave me a sense of I'm watching a sequel, but yet it was all over the place. Where it's like
it is.
It's just clustering madness.
Yeah. So basically, the story goes that the key to world peace happens to be an alien invasion. All it took was just one alien invasion, and suddenly all countries of the world came together and said, we must unify, we must take out this extraterrestrial threat, and then we'll call a truce.
You know, I'm glad that it took this 10 alien invasion because I can think of some pretty racial things to say.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Yeah. And I don't want to say it because it'll end up being a Zootopia movie.
Is that really the kind of undertones?
Yeah, we
that came from that movie?
Did you not watch Zootopia?
I did not watch Zootopia.
Okay, you gotta watch it because that thing is racist as heck.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's some racial undertones there that's where you can take almost any racist moment in history and put it as Zootopia.
But they use animals as a metaphor?
It's so kids can watch it.
It's okay. So,
I mean, pretty much the premise of the movie is predators and prey are not allowed to be together. Segregation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, would you like to be segregated?
No, not really.
Neither would I.
Okay, so
sounds painful.
Okay, so after removing the alien threat of 1996, basically we have a modern society that includes the modern day technology utilizing what they studied and observed and reproduced from what the aliens left behind. But the funny thing is that the only people who are using this advanced technology are basically governments. So all of the fighter jets...
it's all pretty much the defense of the country.
Yeah, exactly. But
then don't you think it's like it's a point now like we're evenly matched if this was to happen again? Then like watch some pretty cool scenes as if the giant... I don't want to spoil it, but you know.
Well, we are talking about spoilers anyway, so yeah, we will get to that in a moment. But basically...
Man, if I want to spoil something, I'll just spoil the new Ghostbusters movie. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so all the alien technology did was up our Earth's defense, not world defense, but, world defense against other countries, but this time Earth's defense against alien threats.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that, and then they finally established a base on the moon.
Would they have to worry about other countries invading America? Because the fact of the matter is they established that they had world peace. So there shouldn't be war anyway. Unless like one of them's in like, haha, I'll disturb the peace. Bam bam.
Yeah, probably.
Rambo 6. Space in the jungle.
So then, as all that happens, us as regular folks are still using technology we already have.
Right.
Internal combustion engines, basically the same stuff. It's not like we were able to have flying cars or anything.
Right.
Oh man. So amidst all that, finally I wouldn't say finally. This was a terrible event, actually. So eventually, we actually had another threat. This time from outer space. Suddenly, this unknown aircraft shows up, and then our base in the moon says, "What do we do?"
We had a base in the moon.
We had a base in the moon. We established a defense.
Yeah, we can't get these kids educated. What the hell's wrong with us? We have the. You're telling me in this movie we have the thing to get a base in the moon.
Yeah.
But we can't get these kids to spell America right.
Yeah, America. 2 M's, 3 U's, 2 R's, about 2 I's.
With an apostrophe, asterisk, and an exclamation and question mark in there.
Exactly.
With the underscore.
And a smiley face emoji.
With the hashtag, yeah. You don't speak English and you hashtag everything.
Absolutely. Of course, this is the first time they've ever had an extraterrestrial threat since '96. So now our Madam President gets a hold of all the other leaders from different countries and say, what do we do? Because this is now a worldwide democracy. And so they think we should just shoot it down and not take the risk. So they did.
Well, what if they want to have peace, but they need to acclimate the Earth to their own environment, so they survive? Technically, they're racist because they just killed an alien threat.
Yeah, which is
that's my big thing with these alien movies. Maybe they just don't speak English and they're just trying to say, "Hey, I want to be your friend."
Yeah. Instead, they're hearing it in the sounds of something like that, or nanu.
Yeah.
Mork and Mindy, everyone, if you haven't guessed it. So they shoot it down, but it also opened up a can of worms because the true mother ship of the aliens that were contained in Area 51. Oh yeah, by the way, Area 51 was basically converted into a prison. So they captured a lot of the warrior aliens, so to speak, the worker aliens, and so they're contained in a prison facility. All of a sudden, all of them are going ecstatic because now their queen's arriving to
liberate them.
Yeah, basically finish up the job and then free their
from this oppressive system that doesn't accept people that just look different.
So I could just picture you going to every alien gun and stuffing flowers in the barrels. Like, come on, man, this isn't the way.
No, I would actually just like to walk up to Donald Trump. I was like, "Are you going to build a wall and tell them to pay for it?"
Or in this case, a dome.
Yeah, President Trump. I know you want to build a wall, and there's these aliens. Want to tell them to build it? They have a giant space laser that can cut this wall down to size.
Yeah, so essentially, the true mothership comes in, and so now again we have to fight to defend the human race, but there are some funny things that happen along the way. First of all, even though they upped their extraterrestrial weaponry, it still was not enough to penetrate through the alien shields.
Well, you gotta think now. They're more advanced than humans. Yeah, we had advanced guns, but we're gonna get even more advanced shields because we're smarter than that.
Yeah, they're the ones who basically gave them the rule book of their technology. But in the course of the first and second movie,
rules change.
That they do.
Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. Rules change.
Yeah. So the mothership, they come in, and it's a bigger threat now. So much that the big weaponry or the big moment isn't necessarily a big laser beam of sorts. Rather, it's like this
laser wave.
It's like this. It has this anti-gravitational sort of field, so that everything from the tall skyscrapers to the vehicles, all the people, they start gravitating off of the surface, and then they start falling. Holy smokes, man!
So they stole from Transformers.
Probably.
Because that was a scene in Transformers. They were like, "Yeah, we'll just pick you up, drop you a couple times."
Yeah, so now everybody is like, oh shoot, what do we have to do? But at the same time, they're still trying to study the other ship that just showed up in the shape of a sphere. But eventually it turned out that after decrypting the alien language, they found out that this ship actually wasn't a threat. It was more like a defense to warn us, and they took it down. So... Okay, so aside from all that, we do have a few returning characters. We got, Jeff Goldblum. He's back. His father, he's back. Bill Pullman, he's back. Oh, that's a funny take too. That, of course, he's a former president, but now they treat him like a bit of a psycho because suddenly he's having these visions and is now
So he's Shia LaBeouf.
well, he's kind of like Shia LaBeouf, but he's more of a prophesist.
Well,
like
Shia LaBeouf was just a little more weirder about it, like just twitching all over the college class.
So it's funny that they treat him as a psycho because he's trying to warn the Earth, but instead they're giving him medications to keep him down.
And they're like, you're trying to like warn us because the last time you got tapped into, but hey, Mr. Crazy, take your medicine.
Yeah.
I don't know, but the movie, it just gave me that sense, like, here's the ending. No, just kidding. Here's the ending. No, just kidding. Then when I finally don't expect it to end, that's when it ends.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever get that? Like they'll hint at like this is where the movie's about to end, guys, and you're only halfway through it.
Actually, I have. To be honest, I had trouble gauging it as well.
Like me, I fell asleep most of the time.
Well, whenever they
I was
had
nodding
to,
off because there's a lot of parts where it just really melts.
Yeah, the whole direction basically goes whenever they need to eliminate someone, they just do it quickly without adding some emotional attachment.
Or even explain why they got eliminated. Like, really, it's just one of those things that eliminate them.
Yeah, it's like there's no build up so that we don't have to feel anything bad to them. Even an inkling. Well, we do have a bit of an inkling, but it's not as impactful.
But then
they just get it off very quickly.
Those deaths in the movie that like just give the morale boost they need and like the push.
That's true.
But then this one's like no emotional attachments.
Oh yeah, and our main hero is Will Smith's son. Of course, we're not talking about Jaden Smith. We're talking about the son from the first Independence Day, the character coming back, and he's
the son you guys didn't know he had.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and it's established that Will Smith's character, he died.
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't happen in the first Independence Day movie. It happened in between time intervals, the time gap in between the first and the second movie. So,
or when you guys were killing him in the video game.
Oh, yes. You've played the video game.
The video game is hard as heck to play. I died like 20 times.
As Will Smith.
As anybody. I don't care who I was. It was just like... It's that game I still didn't beat today.
Oh, boy.
And I'm not going to beat it, and I don't want to play it again.
Yeah. So, basically, the climax is, although they destroyed the ship, they did happen to come across the alien life force, so to speak, but it's in the form of a robotic sphere. And so they...
Technodrome, in other words.
Yeah, like a technodrome. That, like, through human contact, it was able to communicate with us and say, we will... Oh, that's another funny thing that I found in a movie, is that... This thing is here to save us, yet it will not build anything, or does it have any, any advanced weaponry prepared for us to use already. Rather, it has the blueprints, and we're supposed to take it, study it, and then build it. So there's no way you could ever build the technology in time because the mothership already landed and is already, walking the plains of the earth. So it's... I got a kick out of that one. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing in the movie that I thought was funny. Like, this is one of the moments where, in the course of the climax, they suddenly pull up this one extra tidbit that was not established before, but they just brought it up now without explaining how they actually figured it out in the first place. It just so happens they know. It's when the main guy, it starts with a J. I forgot his name. We got some characters whose name isn't all that memorable. Well, what's his name? He's a guy who's dating our former president's daughter. That guy. Aside from Will Smith, we got Will Smith's son. We got another main fighter pilot. But basically, towards the climax, when the mother alien shows up, suddenly he says, "Hey guys, shoot it in the rear because that's her weak spot." My mind was blown. I thought, what? How did you already know this or figured it out? It hasn't really been explained in the movie. It's just he knows. He just happened to know.
I'm glad you brought that up. But going back to that speech they give, like how Earth's not for the taking and all this stuff.
Right.
I think they should just stop doing those. Those are so cliche. It just ruins it. It makes me want to sleep faster. But I was upset about that because I'm like wondering, why or how did you know to shoot it in the rear and it wasn't you that can see all these visions and all this other stuff? Did you talk to him off camera or something? Like, was there a scene that got deleted?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm waiting for the DVD to come out.
Oh, another cool thing that happened though. Data's back. He didn't die. He was.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Data, the long guy with the glasses. No, I mean not long guy. The guy with the long hair with the glasses.
Oh, I thought he died. Just.
No. The movie said that he was actually unconscious because it just suffocated him enough to just pass out. But when he was freed from the tendrils, he was still breathing. So he was just living in, just laying unconscious for so many years, and then he finally woke up.
Man, I fell asleep most of that movie. I gotta watch it again.
You fell asleep again?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I fell asleep for 20 minutes of the movie. I hope that's not a big chunk of it, but you know.
It depends which part of the movie. Like, was it towards the middle? Because man.
Yeah, it was towards the middle.
Yeah, that's basically when Data woke up, and then he was.
That was like half an hour.
Rediscovering his Earth.
He discovered his Earth. Okay. Yeah, his Earth.
Oh boy.
But, so yeah, I think that is about the time to wrap it up. Right?
Yeah. So it is what it is. It has some like a few funny moments. You do get to see some cool familiar faces, but other than that,
not Will Smith's face. He's doing a better movie like Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Right now.
So aside from that, though, we pretty much agree that it was kind of scattered all over the place. So it's like literally a coin toss. Either you will like it to a point where you're saying or you would just strongly dislike it. It's like
they're just going, Simons has placed the scene here.
Oh yeah, and basically it was just a setup for another movie, part 3.
I laugh it's going to be actually underwater with the submarines.
That's why it like, if you were to follow the pace, it did feel like it was setting us up for another movie. It was kind of like a prequel to the 3rd installment.
Gosh, they should stop. But what's today's random question?
The random question of the day. We have another viewer submission. So this one comes from Wimplo86. Basically, his question is, if we were to pick a crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and another franchise, which one would it be?
Oh, that's such... You asked the right questions and on the right time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I would say Daredevil.
Awesome.
Because you do know that's where the whole thing came from, right?
Did it?
Like, if you watch Turtle Power, which is the definitive history on Ninja Turtles, they actually take a couple of Daredevilisms and put them in there. Like, the hand is actually the foot.
Oh.
Splinter is stick.
Yeah.
And, like, all their headbands are red, and they're just supposed to be a parody of Daredevil.
I'm very ignorant. I took you too literal, and I thought, who walked in there blind in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Too soon there, Aaron.
I'm sorry.
Too soon. But, yeah, a lot of the Frank Miller-isms and stuff like that are all in there, and it's because of Daredevil. Like, their biggest inspirations were Jack Kirby, Frank Miller. That's who I would say is, like, he already crossed over. They crossed over with Batman, which was a six-issue miniseries. But I would like to see them cross over with Daredevil. If I had to choose another franchise that I would like to see them cross over with, I mean, shucks. I'm drawing a blank right now. I would say, like, I would like to see Street Sharks.
That's a good one. But like, if we want to go in the Daredevil universe, do you want to throw in Electro and other?
Oh yeah, I'd like to see Electro and Bullseye guys go against them. I mean, it'll be pretty interesting to see how Casey Jones takes it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be laughing because he'll be the comic relief in the movie going to Daredevil. Did you just see that, man? That was awesome.
HE double hockey sticks.
Yep.
That was good.
Welcome to Pain 101. And him and Punisher square off. That'll be freaking sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd like to see Elektra and April O'Neil go at it, depending on which variation of April O'Neil they use.
For me, it would probably be I can't think of anything besides Powerpuff Girls, only because thinking within the lines of, it being cartoony and having some sort of nice little comical effect to it.
You wouldn't want to see them cross over with the Power Rangers? Wow, that's...
Well, see, the Power Rangers can work.
They did cross over with them in space.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go with something that hasn't been crossed over with before. Therefore, I'll just go with the Powerpuff Girls. No, can you imagine the Powerpuff Girls, they align with the Turtles and they're going up against Mojo Jojo?
Yeah, but didn't you think about it? Deadpool with Michelangelo? I think Michelangelo will get too annoyed to where Raph will snap and fight him.
Ooh. And
then whoever is the better swordmaster with Leo. I mean, really, man, there is like so much stuff.
Okay.
You can do a lot with the Turtles.
Right, so let's wrap up the show from here. Big thanks to Maui Comics and Collectibles. Follow the store on Facebook and Instagram at Maui Comics. And if you love this episode and would love to see more episodes into the future, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comments section.
And if you want to see me not on camera, look for NERDWatch Nation, where I do the directing and editing of it. And like, comment, and subscribe to them too. Please check them out. Great show. And also make sure to check out Hawaii Trendsetters.
Yes. Oh, and also if you have
Friday Night Frights. I almost forgot about those guys.
Friday Night Frights on YouTube at Wolfhouse808. They upload one new episode every Saturday, so do check that out.
Right now they're on a season finale break kind of thing, so they're paused, but you can check out all their old episodes and more.
Yes, and also if you have a random question of the day that you just thought of and would love to see us answer, leave it in the comment section. We will answer them in the next episode. Also, if you want to see figure reviews and more, check out the Rave Corner at myfavorave.blogspot.com. So on behalf, I almost did it again, on behalf of myself and Swan the War Chief, thank you for checking us out.
And also, if you're wondering what's playing in the background, the Warriors.
The Warrior, yeah. The thing that distracts Swan of the day would be the Warriors.
Man, there's never going to be a day where I'm actually paying attention.
Yeah,
I think I'll be sidetracked as well.
Yes. So yeah, again, thank you for checking out the video. We'll see you next time.